Hello everyone, Tina here. I hope your day is going wonderful. Thanks for joining me for Try It Out Tuesday. Today we are trying out a die set from Fun Stepper's Journey, and it's called the Pretty Leaves die set. Pretty inexpensive too, but there's two beautiful outlines of leaves in this set, and they're pretty good sized. I would say they're about 2 inches, maybe 2.5 inches for the oak leaf, but they are gorgeous, and I think they make great focal points for cards. Today we're going to make a thank you card that could be a Thanksgiving card if you wanted to. It's going to be pretty elegant, and so I thought the oak leaf would be perfect. So we're just going to use the oak leaf today. My inspiration is from my coffee mug. I loved tone-on-tone texture, and so that's what my coffee mug reminded me of. We're going to bring in the Platinum 6, and we're going to do a little bit of die cutting with gold cardstock. I wanted to share with you what this leaf looks like. Now the project that we're going to make today, you could do the same exact way with this leaf too. So you can make one with the oak leaf and then one with this leaf if you wanted to. But this leaf is super pretty. I actually want to share with you a brand new tool that I have. It's well, it's not brand new. It's from Spellbinders. It's a new and improved. It's a tool-in-one. If you guys watch me for a while, you know I've used the tool-in-one for quite a while. And they changed the color of it. Tool-in-ones were blue, and I love the gold and white. I think it's just gorgeous. They did make the colors new, but the improvement is they took away the spatula from the blue one, and then they added the angled pick part here, which is great because I use the picks way more than I do the spatula. You just open up the base of your tool here, and then your extra piece will fit right in there for storage. You just screw this back on, so there's a little storage on the inside, and it still has your brush end, which is great. I want to show you the blue one for comparison, but it's basically the same size and same tool. It's just prettier, in my opinion. Blue's beautiful, but gold and white's just a little more elegant. Now the blue one has a spatula, and I have to tell you, I've had the tool-in-one for a long time. I've never used a spatula, so having two different style of craft picks actually works out better for me. So if you are interested in this, I'll link it below. You can see here it matches beautifully with your Platinum machine or your Platinum 6. So love when things coordinate. How about you guys? So we're going to use this today. This is our new and improved tool-in-one. So you'll be seeing me use this from now on, but love this tool. We use the brush end actually to punch out all these pieces. And then this is, again, the leaf that we're not going to use, but you could create the same card background with it. Isn't that gorgeous? I just love that. So let's make a card where you're going to bring in some, actually that's the plastic piece that was the protective piece when you take it out of the packaging. If you guys, for safety measures, want to keep that and keep it on the end of your tool-in-one so you don't poke yourself. It's pretty sharp. You could do that if you wanted. There's an option, but let's make a card. We're going to bring in some white liner sheets. We are going to do some die cutting, lots of die cutting with this leaf. We're going to bring in white liner sheets are like a stick-it adhesive. They're double-sided adhesive sheets, and so we're going to basically create stickers with our oak leaf die here. The cardstock that I'm using is from Fun Stepper's Journey, and it is the Buttercream cardstock. It's like an ivory, really pretty. I'm just going to peel the same size panel as my cardstock here and add my white liner sheet right on the back side. Basically, again, we're making a sticker. If you have a Xyron machine, you could do the same effect. I think I already said that, but that's okay. We're gonna go ahead and bring in the Platinum 6 and die cut this out. And I want to show you how pretty this leaf is. Both of the leaves are outlines and they're gorgeous, but if you like to inlay too, I think this would create some really stunning cards for Thanksgiving too with those fall leaves. Die cut this out. We're gonna bring in our crafty new little pretty tool and punch out all the pieces. And then if you wanted to keep those pieces and color them in and then inlay them in there since they're adhesive backed, you could. But we're going to die cut out lots of these. So I'm not going to keep those pieces. But this is what the leaf looks like. Isn't that gorgeous? I just love that. I'm going to take the die and do this 5 more times with the same colored cardstock and my same white liner sheets to create 6 of these oak leaves. Just punch out the rest here. And so those are ready to go. We're going to do a couple more die cuts with our leaf. We are going to set these aside and then bring in some sparkly cardstock. I'm using the Sparkle Trio pack here. This is a nice pack from Fun Stepper's Journey. It has some ivory colored iridescent sparkle sheets, cardstock sheets, and then it has like a matte silver, and then it has a glittery silver cardstock sheet. I'm just going to trim down a piece of the white liner sheet and add this to the back. All of my die cut pieces will have the white liner sheets behind it today. It just makes it easier. And again, if you guys want to use glue, you very well could for this idea too. Just sometimes when I use the glue for intricate areas like this, I get it all over my hands. So I got to stop and go wash them and come back, and this just makes it way easier, really easy. I'm going to die cut out this leaf with the sparkle cardstock. We'll run this through. The nice thing is the sparkle cardstock is on the thicker side, so when you add the white liner sheet, it makes it really thick. So all those little pieces won't punch out, and that's good because I wanted those intact. I wanted sparkle to be in the background of my leaf, and so we're going to keep that for the background. I don't know if you can see the sparkle there, but it's super pretty. Okay, we are going to do one more die cut, but this time we're going to do a little bit of, oh, you know what? Let's add some more sparkle. We are going to bring in our box here, put all of our leaves in there. These are all of our buttercream leaves, all 6 of them, and I'm using clear shimmer spray from Avery Elle. This spray, it's not sparkle spray, okay? It's more like a it gives it a pearlized look. So it adds shimmer to it, but not sparkle. I don't know how to explain it. Like, it's almost like Perfect Pearls. If you were to add that with water and mix it together, this is what this looks like when you add it to your cardstock. So it doesn't shimmer, or it doesn't sparkle, but it shimmers. There we go. No. Okay, we are going to do one more leaf, but we want some color for our card today, so I'm bringing in some oxide inks. We have frayed burlap, we have we have broken china, and then mowed lawn. I think these are real pretty fall colors, and a little bit different with that blue instead of your traditional oranges or reds. First we're going to add mowed lawn, and then we're going to go in hyper speed here. We're going to add broken china in the middle. We just need enough area to die cut a leaf out. It's a little bit more harder to blend on the buttercream cardstock than it would be Bristol Smooth, but I think we're going to make it work here. The last color was our frayed burlap, and I think that's going to be the right size. I'm going to go ahead, instead of adding water, we're going to add some more of that clear shimmer spray, and you'll see it adds like a milky coating over it. Again, like almost like Perfect Pearls, kind of, sort of. So I just added that. Any excess we're going to dry off with a towel, and then we're going to move our leaves over here and then die cut out one more of the oak leaves on this. Now I wasn't sure if I should have the green on top and the brown on bottom, or if we should flip it around to have the brown on top and the green on the bottom. I wanted to stamp my sentiment with some brown ink, so I think we're going to go with the brown on top. So we're going to bring in the Platinum 6, and then also one more piece of the white liner sheet. We're going to put it behind here and create a sticker with this as well. It's just going to make it so much easier when we go to put our card together. We'll add our adhesive back sheet, and then we'll put our die on the top and run this through the die cut machine. Now for this piece, I don't need the inside pieces. We're going to replace the inside pieces of this oak leaf with our sparkle leaves. So it's going to be real soft with a slight colorful background, which is going to make it stand out, but it's also going to make it shimmery. We're just going to use the tool-in-one and poke out all those little inside pieces. And then this one is ready to go. Okay. Next up, there's our little sparkle leaf. We're going to go ahead and punch these little pieces out. We're going to flip it over and remove the release paper and add this directly over our sparkled leaf here. Remember, we kept the inside pieces there. We're going to add this. It's going to give it a little extra dimension too, because it's one layer higher. But I think the creaminess of the color, it's almost the same color. The sparkle glitter cardstock is almost the same color as the buttercream cardstock, so it just makes it real soft and elegant. So I think that looks gorgeous. We're going to set this aside, and then we're going to bring in another piece of white cardstock. Now this cardstock here is a card front size, so it's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inches. And what we're basically going to do is create a frame around this piece. So there's going to be a little bit that's overhanging, but not much. Now if you wanted to cover the entire panel with your oak leaves, you could very well do that, but I think 6 will work perfectly going around the edges of our panel here. I'm not too concerned about, we're basically creating a frame, but I'm not too concerned about the center because we're going to cover that with our sentiment piece. But I am kind of flip-flopping them, overhanging them just a bit, and I think 6 is going to work out. I'm not pressing down all the way just yet either, because I'm afraid I might have to scoot some over or not. We'll do our last one. Actually, we have 2 more here. We're going to add this one on the end there. And you know, when it overlaps like this too, that's not a bad thing, because you can use those overlap pieces. Since there's they're stickers basically, when you trim them off, you can take those excess pieces and fill in any open areas on the edge of your panel, which makes it really nice. So overlapping them is kind of good. I think that looks great. I'm not going to adjust them anymore. I think we got them all around there pretty even. So I'll just press them in place. And then I'm going to use my scissors and cut off the excess, starting with that top area. You'll see those little loopy loops with the cut edge that are sticking to my scissors. We're going to place them on the edge of our panel, so it looks like it's continuous, which makes it really nice, especially if you have, like I said, extra open areas. For this one, we can't do much, but I can add the leaf stem, so we'll take that and add that to an open area as well. We'll just stick that down. I've never bought a Xyron sticker maker. I haven't, but you know what? I think I might give it a go. If you guys have tried one of those, let me know how you like it and which ones you like. But it makes it super easy for intricate dies like this. Okay, I just trimmed off the rest here. We have a little area on this side. So basically we have a tone-on-tone background. Now what makes it super pretty is our background panel is matte, but when we added the Avery Elle clear shimmer spray over our oak leaves, it actually gives it a little bit more depth and shimmer, which is so nice. Maybe in the close-ups you guys can see that, but I love that. I love the tone-on-tone. Kind of reminded me of my coffee mug there. Okay. We are going to add adhesive behind our panel. We're going to create a card base with the same buttercream cardstock, and we are going to score it with our scoring tool here at 5 1/2 inches. Just fold it over and reinforce that score line to create our card base. Now buttercream cardstock is from Fun Stamper's Journey, and it's 80-pound cardstock, so it's not a heavyweight. So it's nice that I can create a full-size card front panel, because it just makes my card a little bit more sturdier, which makes it nice. I think it's easier if we hold it up here and line them up. So our card front is ready to go. Lovely. We have a little overhanging we'll trim off here. Okay, next up we are going to go ahead and stamp our sentiment. I have a panel that is 2 1/2 inches by 4 inches, and we are going to use our corner rounder and round off all the corners of this panel here. This is where we're going to stamp our sentiment. I'm going to bring in my mini Misty because I didn't want to make any errors here. We're going to stamp with a sentiment stamp set from Simon Says Stamp. This is called Thankful Heart. It is such a pretty stamp set. I think it's great for Thanksgiving. We're going to take the thanks that's in here, and then there's a couple secondary sentiments that you can use with the thanks. There's one that says, thanks, you are, basically it says you are simply the best, but I think I'm going to be using the for always being there. Since it's an elegant card, I think it just makes it extra special. We're going to add it to the bottom, and you can see I use my oak leaf kind of as a guide for space, for placement. We'll grab our secondary sentiment and put it right in the center underneath our things. These little ones are kind of hard for me to line up straight. We'll add those. Then we'll close the lid on our Misty, and then we're going to ink it up with our brown ink. I'm using Memento Rich Cocoa ink. I stamped that on the very bottom. And you know, as I looked at it, I thought I got it straight, but the left side seems like there's a little bit more space than the right. So we're going to do a quick fix here and just trim off about 1/8 of an inch off of our panel. And then I'll just go ahead and use my corner rounder and re-round those corners. And then we're back in business. Looks good. A lot better. I think it's a little bit more evenly spaced. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and flip this over. We're going to basically put this in the center of our panel, but I do want to add a little dimension. You can use foam squares, foam tape, but I'm going to use fun foam. The fun foam that I like to use is adhesive backed, and it's a multicolored pack. So I chose brown. I do need to cut these corners off though, they're overhanging, but I already added tape behind one side. The nice thing is the double-sided tape that I use, once it's down for good. But when you remove the release paper off the fun foam part, if you need to reposition it, it's not as tacky as your double-sided tape, so it's a little bit more forgiving than foam tape, the 3M foam tape at least. This is going to go right in the center, and you can see it looks like we have a full tone-on-tone background panel. I think that looks great. Now next, this is our leaf. We're going to go ahead and bring in some natural twine and just tie a thin bow on the stem of our oak leaf here. I like to loop it and then thread it through the stem of it and then tie a bow. We'll just trim the tails of our bow here. I love ivory and natural twine. I love the organicness of it. I just think it looks really pretty. Okay, we're going to flip over our leaf, and basically it's going to go there. We're going to remove the release paper, and I don't think that's a good idea, honestly, because we have all the inside pieces, and I'm afraid if I remove the release paper, it's just going to pop all the inside pieces out. So we're actually going to leave that white liner sheet on our oak leaf here and pop the entire leaf up with foam squares. I think this is going to work out a lot better. We're going to go ahead and add our, I think I said oak leaf. I meant maple. Did I say? Anyway, we're going to add our oak leaf. I'm rambling sometimes. I'm going to add our oak leaf just above our sentiment. I think that looks so pretty. Okay, last but not least, after we have this done, we're going to bring in a little bit of added sparkle, and I think the icy sparkle crystals from Studio Katia are the perfect. They are they're a little bit cloudy, like ice. Well, like our ice. Oh goodness, I know we have to change the filter, but they are just, I think they're pretty, and I think they're soft enough not to add too much sparkle. They kind of just remind me of that Perfect Pearls, so this is going to work out great. We're going to add a few just on the panel that has our sentiment, glue them down, and then that finishes off my card for today, guys. Kind of a very elegant card, but you could see if you were to use the other leaf, you could do the same exact pattern, and I think it would create a really nice Thanksgiving card too. There's a sentiment in the stamp set too that says there's no time more fitting to say thank you. I think that would look gorgeous on the inside. But that's my card for Try It Out Tuesday. Thanks so much for joining me. If you'd like to see still shots, visit my blog. The link's down below. But have a fabulous day. We'll see you next Tuesday. Bye-bye.